Heyo, and welcome back to a new video of a game that I am actually about to play against fellow content creator and 2400 on chess.com, Douglet. His channel is going to be down in the description, and we're going to be playing live, and then we're going to be doing some analysis. So let's just get into it. I'm going to send him an invite right now, and we can start the game. Alright, so I'm going to start off with d4, which is what I normally play. And I assume that he's also going to be doing his intro right now, so we'll give him a second. Yep, d5, bishop f4, London position. Only opening I know, of course. And we'll see what line he goes for. Now, the point of this video is probably for me to lose. If I win, it's not gonna be very good for content, but I'm gonna try. And we've got a bit of a long time of control, so we've got some time to think about our moves. And yeah, let's see this. So there are common lines here. This is kind of the line that I don't really know. I like this e3, but it's not the best move. There's some other very interesting lines like e4 there. My opponent decides to go knight f6, so I'm going to play very naturally with the move c3. What you're supposed to do against this move when they go c5 pretty quickly, you're supposed to try and beef up your center with your c and e pawns in the London and try to stop them from getting play. e6, knight d2. This move is fine. This move is fine. Bishop g3, recaptures, and we've got ourselves a bit of a game. Probably equal, but neither of us have made any real grandiose mistakes just yet. All playing very, very principled theory, so there's not too much of an issue. As you can see, my rating is a bit lower than it usually is. Usually I am doing a slightly better than this, but you know, I've been losing a couple games recently, so hopefully this can help. Let's see, what is the line here? Normally after queen c7 without knight c6, there's this move rook c1, trying to put pressure, but I'm not sure if it works right away. I might just be able to play like bishop d3 and relax. Let me think about this. I don't really remember my position after rook c1, so I'm just going to play bishop d3. Play very principled chess. Obviously, taking my bishop would be bad, since I get play. Castles is probably very, very useful here. I don't actually see an issue with that. e5 doesn't look like a problem. Goes for it. He goes for it. Okay. d5 is kind of forced. Knight e5, but when he gets in with this queen, doesn't this like get me played? Now I get knight f3 up, and now like I don't know, it feels to me like I am doing decently. Like I can play c5 and get some decent pressure here. I feel like, I don't know, c5 my opponent is not going to capture. Maybe goes here, defends the pawn. I'm gonna try and do a lot of analysis right now so that I'm able to analyze the game properly with him afterwards. But c5, he guards the pawn. I don't know if I like that position very much. Let's go for it. Let's go for c4. c4, not c5. Whatever. I'm not scared of takes and then that move, rook here, because simply queen c2 and then my rook comes to the file, and there's no more opportunities for bishop to g4 in the future, because this pin could be a little bit irritating for me. All right, see what he plays. It's a bit the problem piece in black's position. Like if black is to play bishop g4 immediately, then I'm going to take, knight takes, and I think my position just slightly better. because his knight is kind of a weakness in the center. Like I can play something like even like bishop h7. I can play takes and then queen takes knight, and I am simply up a pawn, so that would be nice. And also my knight is still defended by my queen, and if you like move your rook out, I probably even have queen, not queen b2. That would hang queen one move. Let's not hang queens. I don't know. Maybe I just come back to b3, and we'll be doing good. I'm sure my opponent is a little more accustomed to the 10+5. It's not my most prized time control. I normally play 10-0. So maybe he'll have an advantage in that department. Let's see what we can do if we can get some decent stuff going on here. My opponent's spending a lot of time on this move. I mean, it's an important move. I agree. He takes. Okay. Well, I'm going to capture. There's no reason not to. He's trying to trade the bishops. A little bit of an interesting way of playing. The move I want to play is queen c2, and that's the first move that comes to mind. Saying, okay, if you take me, I'm going to take with my queen. It's a little bit better than me taking him, because in a lot of these positions where you have two pieces staring at each other, you don't want to be the one to capture, since it's a bit of an issue. Like after queen takes, I don't know if I don't know if that position's any good. I really don't know if that position's any good. But if my queen gets active here with my after the bishop trade, then the knight can't get in. My rook can get to the file very easily. My queen is in a punching bag for his rook to come to the file with tempo. I like queen c2. I think that this is the best move. And also, a little bit of side note, queen c2 stops bishop here. Bishop here. This bishop here doesn't really come with any threat now. And I decently like my position. I don't know about that move. I don't actually like that move very much. I don't think it's very good. I think that's an inaccuracy. I don't see what the rook is doing. I don't see what it's trying to accomplish with being on the c-file. I don't like it. I think it's probably not a very good move. But it gives me a chance. I have to play accurately here if I want to keep the game going. Which of course I do. I have to bring my rook to either one of these two files, but I don't know which rook and I don't know which file. If I bring my f rook to the d file, right? Maybe my a rook is kind of stuck, but my a rook can also go to the c file and be some good here. But I don't know. Maybe my a rook wants to stay here to push these pawns, and maybe my f rook needs to defend the king. A little bit complicated. There's also always like attacking ideas with h5 that I have to worry about. Not too much since I have this double pawn, but a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna play the natural move rook fd1. All right. I mean, like my a rook can go to the c file. I think that rook fd1 makes a lot of sense, and we're doing good. Bishops are still having a staring contest, just keeping the tension here. We don't have to do too much. I can say about that my opponent's a bit of on a rut right now in his rating. He's only 2350, which is not how he is. Like he's normally around like 2420, a little bit higher than that. Yeah, and his calculations also are gonna be on his channel, so remember to go check that out after the video. This is very, very it's a very tough position, actually. A lot of these simple positions, I just don't really know what to do with. Because it feels like every move works, but also okay, that's the move I was looking at, a6. Right, I have to play a4. Okay. This idea is b5. I can't allow b5. That's just not a move I can allow. Simply, it would probably ruin my structure. If I were to go here, my bishop gets trapped. And I would have to take the bishop, and like he gets active with his pieces. I cannot allow b5. Not even a move I'm going to think about. Not even a move I'm going to think about. h6. Okay, now I need a plan. That's not good. Maybe I can even play... maybe. This is very tricky. I kind of want to play something like a5. Just always stopping b5 because of here I have en passant. We're just making improvements, right? Like h6 is just an improvement. I don't think it does anything really. Well, it stops my knight from going to g5, but I don't know. Then again, I feel like a5 is a bit of an over an exaggeration. I feel like a5 is only really meant to be played after my opponent goes rook b8. Oh my god, this is tough. Very, very tricky. Very, very tricky. I kind of want to go knight in the middle here, but I don't think it does anything, so I'm not going to do that. A very tricky position. Queen c3 runs into this move. What if I need to double my rooks, right? What if I go rook here? kind of crazy. It's how like beginners are trying to activate their rooks with this like a4, rook a3. But I mean, the idea makes a lot of sense, right? Now my idea is to take like queen takes or something and then rook to the d file and just say, okay, now I have the d file and you have nothing. But then he gets b5. After here, I don't know, he does anything, like king h8. Takes here, then b5 comes, and then takes. I'm going to go a5. I'm going to stop b5. I'm just going to say no. No more b5. No more b5. Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's get this show on the road. We've waited long enough. Come on. Let's get this going quick. I mean, as you can see, there's a reason why I do analysis on this channel instead of live games. It's a bit tough to commentate for these 10 plus 5 games or however long the time control is. Might be time to take the bishop. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's time to go b3. I like that. Just safeguarding the bishop against everything. There's also knight h4, knight here. If he plays g6, that's a weakness. Maybe there's even sacrifices. Takes. King h8, I take again. I don't know, it feels good to me, but I could be mistaken. I don't know. Let's go knight h4, just threatening to get in here. And yeah, just threatening. I'm inducing the move g6 because I feel like g6 is a blunder. I feel like g6 lets me get this, and at the end of the day, even if I don't get my piece back, I'm still getting 3 pawns for it. So and his king is super weak, so I can make a draw pretty much whenever I like. I don't know. It's very tricky. This is a very, very tricky position. Very, very tricky. There's a lot of tension here. You're normally supposed to keep the tension in chess. A trick to get up to like 2000 is normally when you start keeping the tension. It's sometimes the tension builds so much that you really can't handle it and you need to break it. That's kind of what's happening here. Also, sorry about my voice if you can hear it. I am a little bit congested right now, very little bit sick, so do not mind that. I probably should have started the video with that, but you know, whatever. One issue that I'm seeing here, which could be a problem. No, actually, I don't think so. I was seeing that after rook takes, rook here, rook to. Let me stop my pre-move. So we can draw arrows. Rook takes, rook here. I thought that there was like some issues, but after simple rook takes, queen c5, check, king h2, knight g4. Ooh. No, that loses for white. Oh no. So then I guess I can't take on c5? What, then I'm supposed to play, I don't know, knight f3, knight king h2 first? Tricky. King h2 first, there's h5. Maybe then what I have to do is, it's tricky. What? What? What is the idea? I don't get it. What is going on here? Is the idea g5? What about knight f4? I thought knight f4 is really, really good here. What? Why does he think this is so good for black? What? No. There's no way, right? This is crazy. Is his idea to guard the c pawn? Ugh. That looks really stupid. Okay, let's calculate. If I go knight f4, say queen here, defending, and attacking my knight. Where does my knight go? Honestly, that's a good question. I don't really like that then. Might have tricked me. Maybe my queen was actually worse on c4 than it was on c2. I think he might have tricked me, yeah. Yeah, I'd put something like this. Queen back to c2. I really don't want to play that move. I really, really don't want to play that move. But I think I might have to. Oh, that's awful. That's actually really, really awful. I don't like that. I'm starting to hate my position. Queen c2. That's such a terrible concession. Oh man. Oh, with that move, I'm kind of admitting that my position isn't the best, which is not good. That's never something I like to do. As you know, if you watch this channel, it's never something I like to do. But I think I have to. Oh, that's awful. Oh, it's awful. I really don't like playing queen c2. Alright, the game is going to heat up here. My opponent only has 3 minutes. I only have two and a half. No way. No. Come on, man. Rook here. Double up. What are we doing? No. This is not okay. No way. What about even like knight f4 now? Like, come on, man. What are we doing? I'm calculating this, by the way. That looks very interesting, but simply queen takes, knight f4, and then, like this, for example. Like, knight f4 now trades off the knights. He's just arguing that he has a better endgame than me. I can see that. Maybe I should keep more tension. Maybe I should keep more pressure. Then with like this move, try to trade one pair of rooks here. Get my rook. I like this because it also attacks the pawn. You know what? It also attacks the pawn. I really like this move, rook d5. I think this is really, really good, and I would be very, very interested to see how he is going to defend his position. Very, very interested to see how is he going to stop me. Is he going to go knight b5? Okay, rook 81. No. I think I'm better. I think I'm a lot better right now. Yeah, because I just have the file. Yeah, this knight move, this knight d6 was, I think, a bad move. I think this was a big mistake because now I have the file and I'm doing pretty good. And I mean, if I win this game, I lose out on like a bit of content. But then, I mean, you know, I beat a 2400, 2350 at this point. But you know, that's kind of my goal. It's unrated, of course, but what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? I still, if I win, I win, and I would like to win. 2 minutes versus 155. If you watch this long, I commend you. This is kind of a longer video, I have to admit. But you know, um, it's a lot of analysis here. So thank you for watching this long. If you are, just, I don't know, give the video a like, you know. Either way, let's keep going. 137, 136, 135, 134. Honestly, at this point, I'm just waiting for his time to tick down. I don't think his position is very good. He can't ever play b6 because of the move a5. Finally coming in handy. Love that. I'm really liking my position. I feel like I'm gonna either like win the positional battle or just win a pawn. Move knight d6 is just a bad move. It's just a bad move. It's just a bad move. By the way, the pawn that I'm going to win is the c5 pawn if he just doesn't do anything. But my opponent is about under 1 minute at this point, and now it's getting into the dangerous territory. He goes for a queen trade. Seems like a good move, but what if I just say no? What if I say no? What if I say queen e2? Can't move the knight out to attack my queen because I win the rook. What if I say queen e2 and I just relax? Also, what if I trade? What if I trade? What happens? I don't like that position. No, I go here, I attack the knight, I go rook d1, I put more pressure, and we're doing good. I really like my position. It's not checkers. Let's not take. Queen d2. Come on. Come at me, boy. Come at me. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? We got rook ad1 on the way. My opponent is under a minute. Douglas is going down. And let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's see what his big plan is. So I like my position. If his idea is not like f6, knight f7, I don't know what it is. Also, like, that's not he doesn't have enough time for that because I'm simply attacking his knight first of all, and if he defends his knight with this move, then after f6 the rook loses a defender and I'm able to win it anyway. So 20 seconds, man. Come on, 20 seconds. Don't lose on time. Don't lose on time. Come on, man. He goes back. I don't know why I'm not going to play this move. I feel like I'm winning. I feel like I'm winning. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? I feel like I'm winning. Oh, but dude, that's just a free knight. That's just a free knight. And I think the game is lost. He has some play. Let's not count him out just yet. He has some play. I still have a minute on the clock. I can take this. He's going to come here. I'm going to come back. I'm down. Free pawn. Looks to me like a fork as well. I don't see it, dude. I don't see it. I think I'm winning. I'm winning the game. Yeah, he comes here. Ooh, that would not be a good move. Let's not make too many mistakes. Play something like this. Simplify. I'm up material. Let's simplify. Does that move work? Okay. I thought that move worked for a second. I don't think it does. I think I'm all right. We bring the knight back. Up a knight. Takes. Knight to c2. The game is over. As long as I don't blunder anything terrible, the game is over. Okay, now the game is very much over. There's nothing you can do. Nothing he can do here. This move is a rook trade. He had one last trick there, and that was to get onto my back rank and then get over here with his rook. But there are no more tricks now. And yeah, the game is lost. The game is lost. I wish this was rated. I really, really wish this was rated, but it is not, unfortunately. Knight of 3. It's a pawn loss, but whatever. Rook here. Knight e5. I really don't want to blunder a draw. Okay, okay. Okay, that was a big mistake. Okay. That was a really, really big mistake. That's kind of unforgivable. That's not good. That's not good at all. Knight d4, active. I still have to win. Like, I'm winning, but I still have to win the game. And I'm not doing a good job. No, 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 no. Come on. We can play better than this. We can play better than this. My opponent's also 2,400 bullets, so let's not count him out just yet. I'm up a knight, but my pawns are doubled. Bring the king. King of 2. He can't give me any checks. Very, very nice. That's fork. Good game. Good game. All right, now we're going to hop into a call and analyze the game.
Hello.
Hey, good game.
Yeah, GG. That was a bit rough. It was
Yeah.
just like mostly one blunder, right? Like
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
think
I thought knight
that,
d6 was the bad move there, allowing rook d5, but I don't know.
yeah. I mean my initial move I was gonna play was knight b5 on that, but I don't think that was too good either.
Yeah,
Yeah, this whole plan wasn't super impressive.
mhm.
The thing is, it's pretty hard to find what you're meant to do.
Yeah, that's
Um,
I couldn't figure out a plan for the life of me. I was trying to figure out what was I trying to figure out? I was trying to see like whether I could like get my knight out of the edge of the corner and like if my queen was like good on c4 or not, but I thought that like my I don't know, I thought my queen ended up being badly placed on c4 at some point with knight e4. I thought that my position was actually in shambles after queen c2. I thought I had like made a terrible mistake somewhere and you know, but
yeah. I think initially I was going to play I was considering playing the pawn to c4 as well. I
mm,
think like if you look move 22, I was
mm,
looking at pawn c4, rook takes, queen takes, and rook d2, and I
right.
wasn't sure what to make of this either.
Sorry. Takes, queen takes, and rook d2.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that honestly, that probably would have been like the best way for you to make counterplay here. But I mean, after rook f1, you at least win b2, and you have like a 2-on-1. But I don't know. I feel like the position is kind of balanced here. Um, I let's go back. Let's go back to the opening. There was a line here that I missed after on move 8. Do you play this opening often? Does this like a queen c2 without a queen c7 without a knight c6?
I I've played it a couple of times. I know that
Right.
white's meant to take on c5. That's the only thing I know basically. Um,
Mm-hmm. I
and then after you exchange bishops, I then take on c5, and yeah, I mean, like the downside is that eventually Black's gonna try and play for e5, but then in
Right.
that time you also play for e4. So
I don't know. There's a line here that I was really considering. I don't know if it works or not. It's in my notes somewhere. There's this line Rook C1, which is a little bit of fun. Oh, it is here. It is here. Okay. I'm putting the moves on the board while
right,
evaluating,
yeah.
but Rook C1 actually works here, which is a very interesting line. Have you seen this? The idea I played this in a tournament once. The idea is to play C4 and B4 and just exploit that the queen is just kind of undefended here. Um, I don't know. Maybe I should have
Um,
played that, but on
I
move
wait,
eight
that
instead of
doesn't. So Rook C1 goes, and then if I go for say E5,
right after like E5, on move eight, like after Queen
yeah.
C7, Rook C1, like E5. I mean, isn't that just a fork? Like what? Like
What do
D.
you mean? So wait, there's Queen C7, Bishop D6. Oh, the knight's also on D7.
Uh,
Oh, and you saying instead of Bishop D3, you go
yeah.
for Rook
Instead of
C1.
Bishop D3, we play Rook C1. Right.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Like this is a very interesting line. There's
right, yeah.
I don't know, but maybe I should have played. Let's get out of like theory. Um.
Yeah, I've not seen that one before, no.
Yeah.
In fact, I don't play D5 very much.
Oh.
I mostly play the King's Indian, so
Yeah. Uh, that's I don't know. I've never played the King's India before. I like to think it's a bad opening, but
no,
um
it's not bad.
okay. Did you ever like think that you were like better here, like after C4? Because you spent like a lot of time, and I was kind of worried about I don't even remember what I was worried about. I thought my position was actually doing quite fine here. Like, what did you
Yeah. I
what,
was I was deciding between bishop to e6 and taking on c4,
yeah,
and I wasn't sure which was better. I assumed that black would have like a small advantage because we've got the 3-on-2 and your 4-on-3 will never move.
right,
But it was I was having a hard time actually being able to get it mobilized because as you played like a6 always met with a4,
right.
and maybe I could should have gone for like b6 a6 and then b5,
I
but that seemed really
Yeah, that
slow.
seems. I feel like I have enough time to do like whatever I want, right? Um,
Yeah.
after C4, I was kind of I was kind of considering just like sacking the pawn. I mean, it's probably not good or not, like Bishop G4 or something. After CD, um, I don't know. You just try to like pressure me on like the D file and like C file with like Rook FD8 or something. Um,
Oh, you were thinking I should play b5?
no. Instead of DC, maybe like Bishop G4 and just like actually just attacking me. I mean, I'm looking at the engine, but it's bad. But but I thought this might
Yeah.
be an issue, right? Because you can't take so Bishop H7.
If knight takes bishop h7, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. That was kind of stupid. Maybe that's just a dumb line, but yeah, DC, right? Bishop C, Bishop E6. I mean, Queen C2 seemed like the best move to me. Um,
Yeah.
Rook C8. I was really confused about this. Like, why Rook C8?
I played rook c8 because I thought on bishop. Well, I didn't want bishop e6. I wanted to be able to take with my queen
Right.
after bishop e6 because if I don't defend this pawn somehow, then I'll have to take with the e pawn with f pawn.
Yeah, but why not like B6 or something, or like I don't know, like B6 looks pretty natural to me, just defending the pawn. Like you get that,
Yeah,
but I guess your
this is
idea was
sort
the
of what
A6 B5, right? So
exactly. So I thought it was a waste, but then again, b6, a6, and then b5 is probably a better approach anyway.
yeah, I don't know. I just thought Rook C8 was really passive. I thought it was just a bad move, right? Because your pawn's never going forward. Well, I mean it might be going forward, but like after the trade, my queen just sits on C4 permanently, and I didn't think that there was any play with it. So I
Yeah,
thought I
well,
thought your rook might be better placed even on a8. I don't know.
maybe that's sort of where the whole knight e4 knight d6 thing started
Right.
happening. Is that my idea is that I wanted my rook behind the pawn, and then I wanted to exchange, eventually force your queen back, and then play for c4.
Yeah.
Um,
I I don't know. Rook c8, rook fd1, a6, a4, h6. What was the idea of h6? Was it just to like an improving move?
Yeah, I basically here was where I was like, I don't really have a plan because I initially wanted rook c6 to go rook b6, but of course you just play a5 after rook c6, and then it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah,
Um,
that's a cool
so
idea.
I played h6 because there were some positions where you can go bishop e6, queen e6, and then knight g5 to attack the queen and also a checkmate, and
Right.
so it frees up my knight a little bit, is what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea. I also didn't really have a plan here, so I was just trying to make improving moves. So I thought a5 was just improving, and rook fd8, knight h4. Knight h4 is a bad move. Okay, that's interesting. Why is it so bad? Oh, you played correctly. Bishop c4, queen c4, and my position is actually really bad here.
So it's trading rooks and then
Right.
trading the other rooks. What is this?
I was
So
Oh, I was looking at this. I was looking at this. I can't take, right? Because after here, after sorry, you can't see my position. After rook takes queen c4, you have queen d1, king h2, knight g4, and king h3, knight f1, king h2, and queen h1 mate, which I thought was really
wait, which move number are you looking at?
uh, after like queen c4, move 21.
Yeah.
Rook d1, rook d1, rook d8, and I can't play rook d8, right? Because after rook takes d8, queen takes d8, it looks like I'm winning a pawn, right? It looks like queen c5 just wins a pawn, and after
Mm.
like
Yeah, yeah,
queen
and then there's
d1, there's
knight.
nothing. But then, yeah, queen d1 and this whole
Right.
line. I mean, I thought that was I thought that was like a decent position for me, but
Oh yeah.
yeah, that was very scary. But knight e4 is also interesting, right? The idea is like rook d2 or something. What
Yeah,
was
it
the
was it
plan?
was yeah, it was knight e4, and I was considering rook d2,
Mm-hmm.
and as after queen c2, like I was saying, I think the only other thing that I probably could have should have gone for is pawn c4.
Right.
Um,
Yeah. I hated my position after queen c2. I was so angry at myself for like allowing you to get me to play this concession. I was just gonna lose the game now. But
I was still kind of annoyed because I didn't see like a clear way to break through,
yeah.
and even if
Mm-hmm.
if worst comes to worst, it will just be this 4-on-3. So like if I end up losing all the pawns,
Right.
um,
I mean, it's probably a oh well if you if you lose all the pawns, but I mean a king and pawn in game is probably a draw. Even I think black is probably pushing a king and pawn, right? Since no, actually no, because my a5 pawn is really good. But
yeah,
yeah, I don't know. It's probably a draw in like king and pawn, and I just hated myself after queen c2. I just okay, now I'm losing. I'm losing. I've had to go back out of the position. It's game over. Now I'm going to lose to the 2400. The content is coming, and we can we can give up. But I don't know. Knight d6 I thought was a really bad move, allowing knight rook d5. Um,
yeah. I wasn't too happy
yeah, I
after rook
thought
d5. I
maybe you had
To
to
be
like
honest,
bail
I
out. Oh, what's that?
yeah, I should have just gone back, but I didn't want to admit it, to be honest.
Yeah. um,
And then after queen e4, I completely blanked queen d2. I don't know. I I was I was only I think I looked at like the queen trade and then queen b3, and for some reason didn't look at queen d2.
oh, the
I
queen trade is winning for you, right? Like I thought that like if I trade, it's game over.
Yeah, I'd say so as well.
Yeah.
like yeah, because after this, I was like, if you bring your rook, there's takes,
Mm-hmm.
and then c4, and my knight comes to c5 and goes to a4,
Yeah,
and
it's
your
just,
b2 pawn will drop.
and my a4 pawn is also, my a5 pawn is also very
Yeah,
weak,
exactly.
right? I thought I was like even positionally lost here. But I'm in queen d2, and I don't really see a defense for black, right? Rook d1.
No, there just isn't one.
Yeah.
It's pretty sad.
Yeah, like rook c6, there was knight f4, f5, and it's game
Yeah,
over.
exactly.
Yeah, I mean it was a tough game, and then and then the end game I was really scared. I was, oh no, did I blunder a draw after all
I
the
thought
way
it was
here?
maybe close, but then I blundered a rook, so
Yeah,
I wasn't sure if it was a fortress actually. Yeah.
after I lost my f pawn, I was kind of freaking out. 'Cause I thought I didn't calculate that I was playing, so I didn't see that the after the f pawn the rook would defend your f pawn, and
Yeah.
I was terrified. I was genuinely very scared. But yeah, either way though, I mean it was a good game. It was a good game.
Yeah.
Not like the content that I wanted. I kind of wanted to lose this game, but you know, uh, either way.
No, it's fine. It's a good good prospect for your road to 2400.
But thank you. Yeah, are you going for like NM or FM, or what are you going for?
I'm sort of looking to get any title, but it's pretty hard to find tournaments, to be
Oh,
honest. Like, yeah, because I'm in the UK, so like
right,
we don't
right.
get many FIDE rated events. It's mostly ECF. You've probably got the same thing with USCF, I
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah. I played in one
Um,
FIDE tournament ever, so
yeah, exactly. So
um,
it's a bit of a pain.
yeah, I understand. But yeah, that was fun. I wish you luck in getting titles, getting like 25, 2600, even higher. Yeah, make sure to go check out
Yeah,
his
thanks.
channel after this. He has some very good content. He's very instructive in his videos. Um,
Who
and
did you say, sorry?
what?
Well,
Sorry.
who did you say? You said you were going to.
No, I was just saying that you have very good videos.
Oh, my channel. Oh, thank
Yeah.
you. Oh, yeah. I thought you were saying you had like you were gonna watch. I don't know. I
No,
thought
no.
you were gonna say like you were gonna watch Daniel Nardiski or something.
No. Go watch David Naroditsky, not him. He has terrible videos.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
There might be something to that, to be honest.
Yeah. But um, now's the time where you shout out my channel, just so you know.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah. Also, yeah. Check out Mr. Mialkovic. He is going for 2400. Pretty interesting stuff. I've seen a couple of his videos. Does some nice over the board game analysis as well. So definitely, if you are a aspiring club player, someone you want to watch out for.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, that's it, I guess. That's all we got for you today.
Yeah.
Good evening and good night.